Okay, we're not gonna get into all the specifics and the details. Y'all know I've been gone for a while. I'm so sorry. But yeah, I'm gonna give y'all some wig tips. So yeah, just forget about that, okay? Okay. A little background if you guys are not familiar with me, or if you are, I don't know, but if you know, you know. I've been wanting to be a hair influencer, wig influencer since I was like in high school. Like, this has roots to it. And I don't know, I would always see like the same basic tips, and I always felt like the tips that they gave were like very basic, like stuff you heard before, stuff you already know. And also like it wasn't really getting into the nitty-gritty. Like, they didn't really get into the, feel me, the deets about it or whatever. I just felt very motivated today, and I was like, you know what, let me just give y'all some wig influencer tips. So if you're someone who is looking to start, or looking to even restart, or looking to like really get yourself out there in the wig influencer space, I guess, then yeah, you came to the right place. If you don't have me on Lemonade, I don't really use it, but I did make one of my first posts was how to become a wig influencer. So I'm really just gonna go off of that and really get into it. And I'll also have a little few extras that I was able to add on here. So first thing I have is, don't be scared to start small. DM hair companies on Instagram. Okay, when I say DM hair companies on Instagram, I don't mean like DMing the big ones like Icy Hair or Tinashe Hair, or what's another one, Arabella Hair. Like, those companies, it's gonna be harder for you to be seen, especially if you're starting small. Like, you barely have wig content on your page. You don't really have a following. Like, all that stuff contributes into how people respond to you. Like, that's one of the realest things you're gonna hear and realize yourself if you haven't already. Your following count is basically you. Like, that's basically your worth. In the wig industry, yeah, how much views you get, what type of content you put out, that is all a reflection of you. So if it's not up to par, the big companies, they're not gonna wanna work with you. So when I say DM hair companies on Instagram, I really just mean like DMing like the little Amazon brands that you see. And basically what you can do, so you open your Amazon app and you search up like whatever wig you want. Like, so let's say like 13x6 HD lace front wig, and it's gonna show you all these companies, right? Now here's the thing, when you click on, for example, let's click on this, you see it says Yumcot. That's the name of their store. So you're gonna go on Instagram and search up their user, Yumcot. This is hard. This is kind of like a gamble, because sometimes they do have like different Instagram names. Okay, for example, this is one, right? I don't know, this company is called Meezy Wig, I don't know. So basically you could see like they have posts up, and one of their posts said, could you use your Amazon account to leave a good review? So here's what that whole gamble is. Basically, you're gonna DM them and say, hey, I saw your wig company on Amazon and I'm interested in giving you a 5-star review in return of a free wig. Something like that along the lines. I'll put like a little screenshot of what I used to send them, like word for word. And you could basically just copy and paste that and send it to them. And you're gonna have to DM a lot of companies, because sometimes it's a hit or miss. Some will respond and some won't respond. So it's like, you know, one thing I do is I check when was the last time they posted. So this company posted like 1 day ago. So this is a good person, a good company to try to reach out to. Do not pay for anything. You should not ever pay for anything. Do not pay for anything. If they ask, okay, can you cover the shipping? No, you're supposed to cover the shipping. Like, they're supposed to send you out the wig. They're gonna send you money. Make sure you have a PayPal account. That is the main money app that they use. They use PayPal. So they're gonna send you the money through PayPal. They might send you half. That's okay. Half when you get the wig and half when you complete the 5-star review. Then you get your money back and you basically just got a free wig. That's how that works. Okay, you get the wig and then they pay half of the money that it took for you to, you know, get the wig. So you send them your total. Be like, okay, this is how much I spent for it to get to me. They're gonna send you half of that money. You do the wig, you do the install, you do the video. And then after that, you leave the 5-star review, then they send you your other half. In no type of Collaboration. Should you ever be sending nobody money? Ever. Not for anything. And what you're gonna do with those wigs is you're gonna make as much content as you can with those wigs. There's so much content you could do with just one wig that I feel like people just like underestimate it. Like you could do so much with one wig. You could do an install video, baby hair video, you could do an install, ball cap method, cutting layer tutorial. If you really know how to cut layers. I don't know how to cut layers myself. Unboxing. Unboxing wigs are very good. I feel like Amazon is a big platform for wigs, so people are always shopping on Amazon for wigs. Amazon in general. So if you do a video and say like your favorite Amazon wigs, and then like you do an unboxing or something of that sort, and you like highlight that you got it from Amazon, I am pretty sure your video will do well. Next point is reuse hair. You can make at least 3 videos with each wig. I literally just said that. At least 3 videos with each wig. Install, baby hair. Like you have, put it on the floor, girl. If you want to use the same ideas for each wig, you could really just do that. It's really about getting your content out there and growing your engagement. Next is practice your craft first. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. Don't be scared to start small. Don't be scared to start fresh. Don't be scared to start. Like literally, like practice your craft first. Make sure it looks good. Make sure it looks like, okay, she got a wig on her head. She didn't just throw it up, catch. Like you want to make sure that like you actually like, feel me, you want to make sure that it looks presentable, because if your wig looks crazy, they're not gonna come DM you and be like, okay girl, can you showcase our wig, and it looks like you really just threw it up in the air and caught it. Like, come on, make it look cute, make it look tolerable. Next thing is to use keywords in your videos. So for example, based on the type of wig, like I said, people are always looking for new things for wigs, always looking for new hairstyles, colors, inspo, like looking for the type of hair, like all that stuff is gonna drive your engagement. Now this is a key thing, obviously, getting your engagement up, so make sure this is a priority and use those keywords in your videos. Okay, say a company sent you a 30-inch wig, installing this 30-inch body wave wig. Make it clear, this is a 30-inch body wave wig. For this here, I think it's, I don't even know what company sent this to me. This is just, I don't know, in my closet, I just put it on. But like, for example, for this wig, I'll be like, okay, install this 13, I think this is 13 by 6, whatever. 13 by 6, deep wave texture wig with me. And then like, if I do a hairstyle, but like half up, half down hairstyle tutorial, half up, half down hairstyle, like stuff like that. Or even with colors. So you got the type of wig, you got a hairstyle example, and now for color, you could be like, style my ginger wig with me, install the ginger wig, dye my wig ginger. All that stuff is gonna get you up there. It makes it easier to be found by companies, especially when it comes to the type of hair. So say they're looking for someone who has experience with color wigs, or like ginger to be specific, they're gonna search up ginger hair and then see your video and be like, okay, can you promote our ginger wig? Like, we see that you did a very beautiful install, da, da, da. And yeah, next thing is contact info. How are you gonna get collaborations if you don't have a way to contact you? Email in your bio all the time. Make it there, make it known that it's an email. I mean, duh. But like, whatever, at gmail.com, Yahoo, AOL, whatever you use. Like, make sure that's all in your bio. I would even recommend making a whole new email that's really just dedicated for wig collabs and promotions or whatever. So make sure it's working, it's not full, because you know, yeah. And check your spam every day, check that email every day. Having just your Instagram won't cut it. I just feel like an email is just like a safer option. It's just like more professional. Next thing is to be unique. Versatility. Versatility is key. Try different colors, try different hairstyles, try different wigs. Don't just stick to black wigs. Don't just stick to blonde wigs. Don't just stick to bob wigs. Like, try it all. Short, long, curly, straight, body wave, all that. Try everything, because it just shows the versatility. It just shows that you know what you're doing. You know how to work with shit. It just opens more opportunities depending on what each company is looking for. If they search up a video and yours comes up, that's a plus. Okay, now I'm done with the slides, so I gotta go off the dome. I know the engagement could be very throwing. Like, when you're first starting, it's brutal. It's brutal. Now, one of the things that I did, now I'm going to give you a little insight on me and how I did it. So I started with a very, I would say, yeah, a very small TikTok account. I had like 1,000 followers. And what I was doing every day, I was really just trying to get the engagement on my page up in general. So I was planning to started going live. I was engaging with other people. You know, in the comments, people started following me. And I started posting like little like relatable quotes or whatever on my page. And that really drove my engagement up to where I am now. Even though I don't do it anymore. When I started doing that, I saw, you know, my engagement started going up. And basically my plan was get my engagement up, get a good amount of followers, and then I start doing wig collabs. And when I started, I wasn't getting no free wigs. I wasn't getting, when I say free wigs, I wasn't getting emails. I wasn't getting emails sent to me asking me, oh, how much do you charge? No, girl. No, I was still DMing the little companies on Amazon and seeing if I could showcase their hair. I don't know if I'm exaggerating this, but my first actual wig promo where I got paid, I had like 12K followers, and that was from Icy Hair. And then from there, it was just up. So after I got the initial engagement on my channel up, I started doing like the little Amazon promos. I was still doing them when I was smaller, but like I said, start anywhere. Like start anywhere as long as you start. So I was still doing that until about 12K, and then that's when I started getting like, you know, the promotion ones where they start paying me and, you know, asking how much I charge. And it was no longer just a free collaboration, because I was doing that for a while, and it took a lot for me to start charging, because I was like, damn, like what if they say no? Like, because this is like when I'm getting like one email probably every week, so I'm like, what if they say no? Like, oh, like I'm, you know, I'm a little shaky. But stand your ground, know your worth. Nothing you do should ever be free. Starting there, nothing you do should ever be free when it comes to promotions, but that's like the reality of it all. But when you start, you know, getting your engagement up, when you start seeing the numbers coming in, that's how you know, like, okay, I need to start taxing y'all. Y'all gonna have to talk money. Cause what? You don't have to just make wig content. You don't have to just, you know, just get to know your people, build your audience. And then when you start putting out the videos, your wig videos, don't be scared about how they're gonna react to it. That's just how I did it. But if you just want to do wig content, you can. But definitely having a personality on your page just go a long way, rather than just, you know, like that goes a long way. Another thing I do want to emphasize is quality. You don't have to have the clearest camera. You don't have to have a professional camera. You don't have to have the newest iPhone. But I do want to say the quality is very important. So it needs to be in a well-lit room. This is a good example, a well-lit room. Make sure some sunshine's coming in. If you don't want sunshine, make sure you have like a ring light, a vanity, some sort of light so people could see the video and it's, you know, neat quality. Don't rush your hair. That's also in the quality. It's not just about the camera. Don't rush your hair. Make sure it looks very cute. Make sure your quality is nice. Your camera's not fuzzy. What I like to do, I wipe over my camera. Make sure it's the cleanest. It's clean. Start recording. You can record on TikTok. You can record on your regular phone camera. You have a lot of options. If you can't show your wig in good lighting, if you can't show these companies like, hey y'all, this is top-notch quality. You don't gotta be top-notch. Like, you know, people could see like, okay, this is a good quality video. Also, that matters with engagement. People are not gonna want to interact with a fuzzy looking video. I can't even see what I'm watching. Is this a wig? Is it a... I can't tell. I mean, if it's that bad, they can't tell it's a wig. I don't know, but you know, like I mentioned before, just starting off, you're not gonna have like people trying to, you know, pay. You're not gonna have people try. Even the little Amazon companies, if you do find one, that's great, but make sure they're not a scam. I'm not sure about that, but I know some might try to pay you and then try to get the money back. That is a scam I heard about. I'm not sure how that works because it never happened to me. But just be cautious, okay? Sometimes some of those Amazon companies have no affiliation with the company that you saw on Amazon at all. So you might search a company on Instagram, you find it, and it's just like some random scammer trying to get you. So make sure that does not happen. Also, you can go into the followers of the pages. So those pages, they usually follow other Amazon companies. Just scroll through your following, and you'll find people, and just keep copying and pasting that same template, like literally. Back to what I was saying about the charging. Like I said, it took a lot for me to start charging them because I was scared of like denials and rejections, and I was just looking for the next big thing. So I was like, okay, at least I'm getting a free wig. But at some point, it's like you're getting a free wig and you're also paying with your labor. They're getting free work. Some companies, they're gonna say no, like, okay, we don't want to pay you. They might not even respond. But it's always your responsibility to stand up for yourself and know that you are worth money. Okay, your work is worth money. Your work isn't free. Your work isn't free no more. The price went up. They will definitely try to lowball you and mess with your bread. I'm not gonna say how much to charge. I feel like that is completely up to you, and what you offer. But usually what I offer is a showcase, a permanent product link in my bio, that's through my link tree, install video, and one additional video, which is like a showcase. So like my install video, and then for example the next video will be like, okay y'all, final product, showing my hair, la 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 la. Another extra thing you could do is have a note file, like in your notes, that has your template of your address when they ask for it, because you're not gonna want to type that shit out all the time. Make sure that's in your notes. Next, I have my basically my templates, so when I get emails, just copy and paste. But I also do discounts. So when I'm working with a company for the first time, I will give them a first time collaboration fee. That is completely up to you, but I feel like, I don't know, it's not really a generosity thing, but it's just like, also, I just do first time collaborations just because it's our first time working together. Like, then after the first collaboration, you have to pay me my price. No ifs, ands, or buts. Definitely don't bombard yourself with too many wigs. If you know you can't handle it, then don't accept it. But usually me, I just let it pile up. I'll get to it when I get to it, but I make sure I do get to it in a reasonable amount of time. So I'm not doing it 3 months later. I lied. Sometimes I'm not gonna lie, sometimes sometimes I do. They're gonna continually check in, so make sure you're on top of that, because they could literally just decide to like terminate the wig collab because it might be out of the season. Especially if you sign a contract, they could definitely request the money back from you. For example, if you do the wig video, you send it to them, drafts are accepted, then you don't post the video, but they do pay you, because they do have to pay you before you post a video. That's another thing. Make sure they pay you before you drop your video, because sometimes they might finesse you. Or another thing I do recommend is putting a watermark over your draft, which simply just has your username in big bold, so you know they can't try to finesse and, you know, crop the video and, you know, and post it for themselves, because basically you just gave them a free video and they're not gonna pay you. That does happen to a lot of people. Never happened to me, but I do make sure. I'm like, I'm not taking no risk. Watermark your video. Sorry, I'm all over the place. And I also have a rebuttal. So like I did say, they're gonna try to lowball you. Make sure you stand your ground. Sometimes they're just gonna like not respond. That's okay. I'm never fiending for no handout. If they do rebuttal and be like, hey, your price doesn't work with us, they're gonna give you some sob story. But like, oh, we have to reach a quota. My kids can't eat. Like, when I'm telling y'all, these wig companies, they be lying. They'll be like, hey, I'm about to lose my job if I don't reach my numbers. Can you please meet us at this price? We could do this price, and we'll pay for your advertising, da da da. Girl, you're supposed to pay for that anyways. Like, like what? They're gonna try to finesse you. They're gonna try to get into your brain. Make sure you stand on your ground and be like, no, this is how much I'm charging. That's it. I mean, if you wanna, you know, go a little lower, you can go a little lower. Feel me? Yeah. Another thing I do is I do retakes. So I told them, make sure you give me everything. Make sure you tell me the whole layout, how you want everything filmed. So when I send you the drafts, I don't have to retake anything, because imagine you're doing multiple wigs a day. You're gonna have to take off wig, put a new wig on, like you just took it off 5 hours ago, and they telling you, no, we want a retake. Like, no. But yeah, I do charge them for retakes. Another thing I do charge for is my bundles. You could also do bundle collaborations. That's kind of separate. I do charge more because I don't know how to do my own sewing. And quick weave, So I do charge them a little extra because it needs to cover the service. I ain't got no hunger that I know how to do hair. Also, if you don't like doing hair, do not become a wig influencer. Do not try to become a wig. If you don't like doing your hair, if you have no interest in doing your hair, if doing your hair is something that's a chore, I mean, it might die down as you get further into it. But if you initially see it as a chore, you don't have fun with it, it's hard, then no. You generally have to have a passion for this shit. You generally have to like doing your hair. You generally have to like dealing with hair, like making the videos, making content. If any of that bores you, frustrates you, irritates you, I would not recommend trying to become a wig influencer. Another thing, you could post on you don't only have to post on TikTok, you also post on Instagram. I'm not sure about that because I haven't done it myself, but reels, you can post real shorts, anything to really get your stuff out there. Yeah, that's pretty much. I feel like the costing part had to be like a whole specific part, get down to the nitty-gritty, because that is where a lot of people get confused and where a lot of people lowball themselves and just stray yourselves away further from getting paid from these collaborations. Yeah, I just put on the floor. I hope it really did help you, and if it didn't already, give you motivation to start your own channel, your own TikTok, you know, really get into the hair content, really start your journey. I hope you guys do use my tips and use it to grow. Okay, later.